Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2, testing, testing. Hey yo, bruh, turn the effing mic on! Now that's more like it. Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Phillip Antoine here. Now, I know you people are used to hearing my voice on the Bulletcast, Pro Wrestling's elite podcast, and the only sports recreational podcast that is simply just too sweet. But I'm going out on a new venture here. This is a new podcast I'm starting. Obviously, by the title and the graphic, you can tell it's called Turn the Effing Mic On. It's just about anything I want. Anything I want to talk about. Anytime I want to get a group of people and just start discussing things like the nuclear triad, foreign policy, pop culture stuff, who's better, Michael Jackson or Prince, just a whole bunch of stuff, famous assassinations, Dr. King, Malcolm X, the Kennedys, Johnny Versace, John Lennon, stuff like that, just really stuff I'm interested in. We'll do other stuff like movies, we'll get into the Marvel Universe, the DC Universe, all that kind of stuff that I just want to talk about, because, believe it or not, the kid has other interests besides professional wrestling. Plus, this is the way I can keep my podfather status at bay, Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so, I did a podcast after the Bulletcast for a brief amount of time for the newspaper that I did write for at one point in time, The Spectator, at Chabot Community College in Hayward, California. Shout out to The Spectator, shout out Tom Lothian. Got the kids started on the podcast journey. Alright, so it was called Behind the Headline, and I think we did maybe 3 or 4. I lost all of them except for one that you're about to hear right now, and we talked about the age-old discussion, is the Earth flat? Obviously, the Earth is a sphere, but you're going to really enjoy this listen. It's gonna be a great one, and I'm gonna tell you there is a really hilarious point in the episode. I'm not gonna tell you where, because obviously you're gonna have to listen throughout the whole thing to find out where it is. But trust me, it's worth listening. This dude just flips out. He feels like his truth or his beliefs were exposed. It's hilarious. I was not the original host of Behind the Headline. A friend of mine, Ari, she was, and I was just like kind of like the side guy, the side co-host, the little sidekick or whatever. But trust me, guys, this is a great listen, and I appreciate you guys for coming with me on this journey from the Bulletcast. Now we're starting something new, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to turn the effing mic on.
My name is Aryan Arshaga, and this is Behind the Headline. I'm here with my co-host, Phillip Antoine.
What's going on?
All right, nothing much, but today we're going to be talking about this controversial topic that's been going around, discussing if the Earth is flat or not. And to help us with that, we have we have some guests. Introduce yourself, guests.
Good afternoon, and greetings, fellow truth seekers out there. I am Morpheus Truthmeister, and all I ever wanted was the truth.
Well, my name is Eric Samayoa, aka Mr. Big E. I'm a Big E boy. And I'm here to prove that everything you say is a lie.
Whoa.
Did you not hear how many truths were in my statement?
That makes
Good luck.
all of them false.
So, Mr. Truthseeker, or Truth Meister, you are here to discuss or to say that you do think the Earth is flat and there's no possible way it could be spherical.
Know the Earth is
Can you
flat.
please give us a more insight on that?
Have you ever seen a curve?
Yeah.
When?
On a ball?
On the Earth, I meant.
I mean, I don't see a flat line.
Okay, if you were to look out into the ocean, I'm going to explain this real simple because I need to. Okay, you just see flatness. That is the truth. Our ancestors knew it was the truth, and we have been indoctrinated falsely to believe the Earth is round.
But our vision will not necessarily see far enough to see a curve, right?
When Big Brother gets you to mistrust your own eyes, you know you're in trouble.
Eric, do you have something to say about that?
Yes, I do. Mr. Truth Seeker,
Mister.
false. Meister, whatever your name is, no one really cares. Have you ever seen the moon before, sir?
Indeed, I have.
Now, what shape is the moon?
A dinner plate.
And what is a dinner plate?
It is a circular flat shape.
It is a round shape. And then when we see pictures of the Earth, it is round.
Oh, the
Your
pictures that you've been indoctrinated to believe since you were a child?
100% there are live streams right now. We can look at a live stream of NASA of the Earth, and we see that everything is round. The sun is round. Everything is round. Sir, I do not know where you're coming through all this, but I'm sorry if you believe in this fantasy world that the Earth is flat, but sir, it is not. And I please implore you to educate yourself.
Okay, then riddle me this, Batman. Why is the Antarctic Treaty around? Why aren't we allowed to go to Antarctica? 'Cause we'll see an edge. The government has forbid us travel there, 'cause we know the truth. What's the fastest way from Argentina to Australia? It's over Antarctica if you believe the Earth is round. But no, the planes have to go all the way around.
Well, what? If you are so inclined into finding out this truth seeker, sir, why don't you just go?
They won't let me.
Well, no, you're nothing. Everything's limited to your mind if you're thinking about it, man. Like you just go there. There are no governments. That's what you're implying. That everything is a
there
lie.
are governments, and they're
Everything is a
ran by
lie.
horrible, horrible things.
They are horrible things, but so is spreading false news, and that's what you're doing, sir.
False news. I am the truth seeker. I am the truth meister, and I am the truth.
You're just a little crazy boy, but guys, let's move on.
Okay.
So, Mr. Truth Meister, Truth Seeker, whatever your name is.
Mhm.
By the way, shout out to you for the Batman reference. I enjoyed him, big DC guy. So, do you have any other like theories to why the Earth is flat as you would believe? Because we all know it is a sphere. You can clearly see that it is spherical. It is round, just like all the other planets.
Okay.
Or the question should be this: what made you believe that the Earth is flat? Like, what got you into believing this theory?
Well, it's simple. Like many people here, I was raised in organized religion. And there was this scene in the Bible where the devil taunts Jesus for 40 days and 40 nights, and eventually he shows him all the kingdoms on earth from the top of a mountain. How can he show him all the kingdoms on earth if there's a curve on the world? It has to be flat to see it all. It all made sense to me from there.
Okay.
Sir, well, to combat that point,
Why do you hate Jesus?
well,
Whoa!
that's a very loaded
You just
question.
wanted to combat Jesus there.
Oh my
You know,
God.
it's okay because I'm okay with sharing my beliefs. I believe to be agnostic. Can you prove to me that Jesus is real? Can you give me 100% scientific facts that he was real? If you cannot, then
The devil's
we're done.
greatest trick was making people like you think he doesn't exist.
well, you know what?
Let us
That's
not
his fault.
stray away from the topic that we're let us not like stray away from the topic we're talking about, and that's more
Indeed.
about the flat Earth. So, have you always Truthmeister, have you always thought like so for pretty much your whole life you've always thought the Earth was flat?
No. Like most children, I was raised with a globe in the classroom. Teachers taught me that it was round. But I always knew that they were lying. I always knew that I was the only smart one in the room in elementary school.
Wouldn't you think though that if the Earth was flat, wouldn't you think that somebody or we will be falling off the edge?
Oh, the edge is in Antarctica, and yes, that is a real concern of mine. Like, I was on a boat for like 4 months, and every day waking up with the anxiety of falling off the edge. It's rough, man. Knowing the truth. Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
Wow, that is a very valid statement and point. It looks like you have some questions prepared for us.
Okay, indeed.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, let's start about NASA. NASA receives 19 billion in funding a year. What the hell do they have to show for it?
Have you ever seen anything that NASA produces, sir?
Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and that's about it.
And that's a great, great discovery, but
$19 billion worth?
how do we, every single time NASA comes out with something, you've seen that there are planets outside of our solar system. They're constantly finding new stars and new masses of life every single day.
7 new planets were discovered this year.
7 new planets that are probably not in our lifetime, but in future lifetimes will be able to sustain life forms. This means that humanity itself will be able to survive long before we're gone. We can go to a different planet and live there. Don't you see how amazing that is?
All I see is bread and circuses to keep the masses in line.
I'm sorry you live in this fantasy world, sir, but I think of the future. And the future is in science and not in these ridiculous claims that you have been
No one
spewing
values
out.
science more than I do, friend.
Then why are you questioning science with these ridiculous statements?
I am not questioning science. I am reimagining it, innovating it. Why do you fear new ways of thinking?
Everything that has been discovered is through scientific methods that have been tested and proven. Yet you come out here and are spewing lies and you have nothing to show for it. We can go out and we can prove that the earth is round. Sir, tell me this. Have you seen your own shadow before?
Indeed I have.
So, is your shadow in the same place at every time?
No.
And why is that? Maybe it's
Because
because the sun is going around the earth in different spots and different points in time. Sir, that in itself proves that the earth is round. And if I cannot change your mindset, I hope to maybe stop these blasphemous lies that you're giving out to the world.
I absolutely agree that the sun rotates around the earth.
Because it's round. And if it's something that needs to get rotated around the earth, well, maybe then the earth may be round, don't you think?
No.
But you just said I agree that the earth and the sun rotates.
No, I agree that the sun rotates
And
around
the sun,
the earth.
if it needs to rotate around the earth, it rotates in a circle. Yes. And we all know what a circle is if we went to elementary school. The earth is a spherical shape in a circle. Sir, the earth is not round.
Indeed, I agree.
How would the orbit of the Earth go as it revolves around the sun if it is flat?
The earth does not revolve around the sun revolves around the
Or,
earth.
you know what I mean.
Yes. Well, you see, a lot
How
of
would the
people...
seasons work?
And
weather
work.
and everything if the Earth was flat?
Well, you see, seasons work because of certain particles in the air. These particles unlock certain polar caps at the end, and the polar caps allowed different sort of semi-dimensional beings to come in and manipulate the seasons. Now, this is some really next-level thinking here. Now, so I won't get into the science behind it because it would take hours, believe me. But these things manipulate the season so that the snow will fall, and then, voila.
Really? So
That made no sense, sir. You make no sense.
I'm just on the next level.
well, Truthseeker, let me ask you this: what do you feel about this theory that the Earth is flat, how do you feel about it making its way into the sporting world and pop culture? Because Shaquille O'Neal, Kyrie Irving, and musical recording artist B.O.B., they believe that the Earth is flat. What do you think about that?
They are inspirations to us all.
Do you think it's a
Role
way?
models for the youth.
Well, let me interject for a moment because in The Spectator, this is exactly what I wrote about. I wrote about basketball player Kyrie Irving during the NBA All-Star game
Hero.
saying that he believes the Earth is flat, or more like you can't really prove it. And one of the points I wanted to get through in my paper was that the fact that people like him and people like Truthseaker, Truth Master, Truth whatever want you to believe that the Earth is flat. They're spreading false narratives. They're spreading lies into the world, and that's detrimental to our youth. You're telling me that I should go right now and tell my little cousins, hey, the Earth is flat, the world is flat, when there is evidence every single day that combats that? Sir, that you want to shape the youth into thinking something that isn't true. That is where danger and things in life can't happen like that. You can't have the youth believing something so ridiculous.
By trying to silence me, you don't prove me a liar. You prove you're afraid of what I have to say.
I mean, here's what Shaq said. He said he's driven from Florida to California, and he said, the road, it looked flat to me. The Earth is flat. It's true. I'm telling you.
It's
So-
that simple, people.
I mean, but if the Earth was truly flat, like, why do we have mountains and hills and all these other things? It would just be a flat surface.
I mean, obviously the Earth isn't completely flat. It's really more of like a pimpled prepubescent teen.
Okay, that's an interesting analogy. Elaborate on that.
Well, obviously it's going to have lots of acne or volcanoes, and occasionally those rise up to be mountains.
Interesting.
I'm gonna just let you keep talking, sir. Keep saying something. Just keep telling me more about this. At this point, let me be enlightened by you, sir.
Thank you.
Please give me the information and the spread of knowledge that you want to give me, sir. And
Why do you ridicule flat earthers?
it's not ridicule if it's fact. Flat earthers are not fact. Sir, you are no truth seeker. You are false. You should be terminated. Hence,
Whoa.
you should probably be deleted.
Oh, wow. You work for them.
Who are them? Why are you saying them? I speak for myself, sir. There is no them.
You
I am
speak for
Big E.
shills.
I am no shill, sir. I am here to give the people what they want, and the people want the truth, and that's why I'm here.
Your truth is the opium of the masses. It makes them feel good, but leads them to ruin.
Sir, I am not
Opium
here.
of the masses.
I am not here to drug the world into your false beliefs and narrative. I am here to
You
make
certainly
sure.
have to be high to believe it's round.
I mean, this sounds like inappropriate propaganda to me.
Sir,
this whole thing.
everything you've spewed is inappropriate
I
propaganda.
want to present
You have
people
your
two
own-
sides of an argument.
You have your own agenda that you want to profess here, and I'm just trying to profess that the truth is, in fact, the Earth
We
is
could let the
a
audience
round.
decide.
Well, the audience already probably knows that the Earth is round.
Do they?
100%.
It's a foregone conclusion. The Earth is round. It's like, who's the greatest artist of all time? Michael Jackson. You may disagree, but the facts laid out there. He's the greatest artist of all time. So therefore,
True.
we see that the Earth is round. It is a sphere.
You say you've seen it, but have you ever seen it?
But what
Yeah.
about other planets? Are they also flat?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's get in there.
Not necessarily. See, the Earth is the center of the universe.
That is a false statement right there in
You
itself,
know
sir.
it's true.
The sun is the center of our universe, sir.
That-
And then the planets orbit the sun.
The
or
sun
revolve around the
orbits
sun.
us.
Sir, I cannot deal with this, but it's okay. Please, like I said earlier, please enlighten me. Please tell me
Okay.
what you want to tell the world. Please, just do it.
Then answer me this question. Why is our government trying to bomb Boko Haram after they said the Earth is flat? They spread the false narrative that, oh, they kidnapped those girls and stuff. But they knew the truth and they wanted to silence them.
Sir, I cannot say anything about the government because I do not work for the government. I do not know what
Then
goes.
why do you spread their propaganda?
I am not spreading
You're
their
what they call a
propaganda,
useful
sir.
idiot.
I mean, Truthseaker sounds like you're spreading the propaganda.
Sir, why are we?
Yes.
You're coming in to this interview here and you're spreading your just hot garbage into the world. And sir, people like you are the reason why there's so much hate and so much just tension in the world. You're saying these things that aren't true. And you know what happens? People start to believe that. People start to believe false facts. And when that happens, we see more tension and we see people fight over this. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for seeking out the truth and seeking out
And
fact.
how come your name isn't about it?
What?
Checkmate.
Sir, what are you... Your name is Truthseaker. Your mother didn't call you Truthseaker. If I go to your birth certificate right now, it's going to say Vincent.
How did you know my name, Jill?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do we not...
You broke
work
kayfabe,
and say
bro.
that? I 100% broke kayfabe here. What
Broke
was
the
that?
fourth wall.
Why, so, sir, why were you so broken when I called you by your name? Why I call you by your maiden
Oh my
name, sir? Checkmate.
Oh, wow.
And why are you reading off a script
That's
right
my
now?
slave name.
Why are you reading? Well, sir, we're getting into a different topic there.
That is a
I
different
think-
conversation, and
Before
I'm
I
of
was
that descent, I might get a
enlightened.
little offended. I mean,
That was my
seem,
sheep name.
You seem very flustered, sir. You have papers in front of you. See, you need papers to spread your false propaganda where I am just in here spreading truths. Why do you have
We
papers?
both have truths. Are mine the same as yours?
God, no, because I'm telling you that the truth is that the earth is round.
Do you vaccine your children?
This is a different topic. I am not going to go into this because that is not what we're talking about. We're talking about the earth being round.
Do you believe the government landed on the moon, sir?
Sir, we are not talking. Why are you?
They're
why are you deflecting?
related.
Sir, why are you deflecting the
science
conversation?
here.
why are you getting away from your topic, man?
Okay. We'll
I'm
talk
I'm
later.
here talking about the earth being round, and you're over here trying to say that the earth is flat. Sir, you're wrong.
Connect
Everyone
the
knows
lines, sheeple.
The lines are
Sheeple.
round. Why are you insulting our audience, sir?
Lines are straight and
Sir,
flat.
I'm going to tell you right now, please.
Flat is beautiful.
I'm not, sir.
I
You
practice
are false.
intelligent geography, and you spread insults and lies.
You're calling people sheeple. I think you're the only one who's really insulting people here. Sir, please reconsider your stance, be informed, and let's get on with our topic here.
Okay, indeed.
I mean, do you have any other points to be made? Because in my mind, you kind of sound like one of J. Cole's songs. You kind of sound like a false prophet.
You kind of sound fugazi.
How do you explain gravity
Fugazi.
then?
How did you... Okay, you tell me, sir. Enlighten me. How do you explain gravity?
Well, lots of people would lead you to believe that, oh, we're flying hundreds of miles an hour through space. Yeah.
Are we not doing that right now?
I don't feel like I'm moving, do you?
I
'Cause aren't we-
constantly feel like I'm moving.
Must be a terrifying world you live in.
Not as terrifying as the world that you're trying to procreate with these false narratives. Sir, please stop spreading false information just for one time. Just be one of those good boys.
I just want to spread the truth.
You're spreading lies, sir. But please, go on with what you want to say about gravity. Please, just enlighten me.
Yes. Make sure you're
Okay. Well, it's just as simple as particles don't weigh as much so they don't float. And a rock wants to return to its home in the ground, so it falls. Fire wants to return to its home in the sky, so it rises. It's simple science, people.
Sir, we were talking about earlier where you thought the Earth was the center of the universe.
It is.
I could tell you right now that the sun is the center of the universe. And the reason why there's gravity is because mass is attracted to bigger masses. So what ends up happening is the sun is our center and we orbit around of it because our gravity is attracted to the sun's greater mass, sir. That's why we go around in a circle. That's why when you see pictures of the Earth, it is round. And that's why when everything is said and done, we have time streams and we have time loops that show pictures of the Earth in a circle rotating, sir.
If that ludicrous theory was true, then how come your father doesn't have his own gravitational pull?
Did you just say my father is a large man? Did you just come here? Didn't you just say that I wasn't here to insult people, sir?
I am not. I'm just
You
questioning
100%
the
came in
facts.
here, and don't get me wrong, I'm not the smallest boy in the world, but I'm just letting you know I feel offended by that, and we're here to spread truth, sir. And you're over here insulting people. Did you not just insult me? Did you not just insult our audience, sir? Why are you doing this?
I'm just
Why are you
asking
doing this to
questions.
yourself? I am not going to continue here and have you berate me with these false facts. If nothing you've said here makes sense, sir.
Yeah, man. I mean, your whole theories and whatnot. It's not obsolete.
I do, I guess, respect that you are trying to shed some sort of light, or like you want to like inform people, but I feel like there's just too much evidence that the Earth is not flat and it's more of a spherical.
Evidence that you've never even seen.
Have you seen your evidence?
Not yet, but I plan on.
So you have no evidence that says the Earth is flat, yet there is countless evidence that the Earth is round. So you're saying here, oh, I have this scientific data, but sir, you cannot prove to me anything that is scientific about your statement. Whereas so right now, I can go a Google search and I can show you a picture of the Earth, and we can see that it is a round shape.
I don't use Google.
Well, I am sorry for you,
You
sir.
use Bing.
Bingo.
Ask.com.
I could Google right now, evidence the Earth is... Or Bing, I'm sorry.
I know. I thought you didn't use Google.
Yeah, I could
Are you sure you
Bing.
didn't use Google? You should.
Did I catch you slipping?
Google's the cool tool of the devil.
Oh my God.
Sir, you're bringing back religion into this conversation, and we're talking about the Earth being round. Sir, can you just stick to one subject? I just want to talk about how the Earth is
Sorry,
flat.
my mind's just so expansive. You wouldn't understand.
No, sir. I mean, I do not understand your mind. You sound like you're tripping on some drugs.
I'm tripping on the truth.
You're tripping on something, sir. You're a false boy.
Oh my God. Well, Truthseaker, Vincent, do you have any closing remarks?
The Earth is flat, and I'm the only one that could help it.
I mean, well, maybe you, Kyrie, Shaq, and
B.O.B.
B.O.B. can go start like some kind of New World Order type deal.
I'll give Shaq a call. Thank you for having me.
Eric, I'd like to thank you for being on.
Thanks a lot, man. Go hang out with Shaq, man. He's a real tall boy. All I have to say, the Earth is round. Vincent is a liar.
Oh, what a hot take. All right, do you have... Wait, no, keep going.
That's all I have for you guys. Have a good day, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this.
All right,
one.
do you have any closing remarks?
I just want to say thank you to our two guests that came here today. The topic was really interesting, and it did get into a very heated discussion.
Yes,
which,
there were a lot of hot takes.
yes.
And a lot of marking out on my end.
We're some hot boys.
All right, yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for listening to the first episode of Behind the Headline.
Yes.
We'll catch you next time.
Thank you.
Now that was quite a listen. Oh my God! Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Ari. Thank you, Morpheus Truthseaker, aka Vincent Von Short. I think that's how you say his last name. He'll never listen to this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So Behind the Headline, like I mentioned, it was a project I did a while back. Maybe that was about well over a year ago now. And so that's why you kept hearing Behind the Headline, this and that. But I'm glad. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really do. I really hope you guys enjoyed all of what you heard. Vincent, Truthseeker, Morpheus, whatever you want to be called. You're a gem, man. You are nothing but a certified absolute beauty. Thank you for keeping us all entertained for close to half an hour. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Turn the Effing Mic On, and I'm going to be turning it off for now. We'll catch you guys next time.